everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cruising Israel. I'm your host, Natalie.
And I'm Max.
Max, we're headed to a place that we've been to a couple of other times on the show.
Okay.
But there's just so much more to see. I think it's just worth it to head back over.
Cool. Where is this place?
It's in Jerusalem.
Okay.
This place is known for preserving ancient structures and artifacts from thousands of years ago.
So back to the city of David then?
Exactly.
Cool.
Back to the city of David.
All right. You gonna do that now?
Yep. For thousands of years, Jerusalem has been fascinating people from all over the world. Many of its historic sites are still standing today. And here, the city of David carefully maintains and preserves it all for future generations to enjoy. The city of David has been uncovering ancient treasures and historic structures that date back centuries. A visit here takes you on a journey as far back as the First Temple period and highlights the many ways the Jewish people are tied to the land here in Jerusalem.
If you see here, there's actually an entire cemetery. This is probably the largest and most ancient active cemetery in the entire world. There are graves here that are 3,000 years old, 2,000 years old, and even people are buried here in the modern day.
This cemetery, which holds approximately 150,000 graves, overlooks one of the city of David's most significant sites, the biblical Kidron Valley. The valley is 20 miles in length and runs between the historic Mount of Olives and the Temple Mount.
This is a place that olive trees covered the city. That oil was essential to life. It was used not only for cooking, like it still is in the Middle East, but lanterns and flashlights had olive oil with a little wick.
Lots of different rituals as well.
Exactly, for rituals.
The first ever reference to the Mount of Olives was when King David, who was the ruler of Israel at the time, fled from his son Absalom, who rose against him. He walked up the Mount of Olives on his way out of the country. Does David ever make it back to Jerusalem?
He does, in fact. David, in fact, returns to Jerusalem and his kingship continues. And this site was thought even 2,000 years ago to be the site where Absalom was actually buried.
Right across the Mount of Olives is Absalom's Pillar, a remarkable archaeological site carved out of the mountain. Now, you said this is one of the more lesser known sites here in the city of David, right?
That's correct.
And
it's like a jewel that was just recently uncovered that people haven't had access to, but now we've put in these walkways, it's lit up at night.
The city of David offers a full experience when visiting these sites, including Bedouin tents where you can enjoy coffee and a meal in a style which has hardly changed in thousands of years, plus a magnificent photo op atop a camel. For the visitors who want to get more hands-on in the excavation process, visitors can get their hands dirty and uncover ancient artifacts in a sifting project at Emek Tzurim, just a short drive away.
The material I've been working on this morning is actually from right underneath Robinson's Arch. This is a picture of the Temple Mount from the Second Temple period time. And down here, along what is this street, the archaeologists have been digging recently, and they removed tons of material.
The sifting project helps archaeologists who are digging all throughout Jerusalem to sort through the material. So the material gets brought here to Emek Tzurim from many different parts of Jerusalem, right?
Yes. Emek Tzurim is up here on the Mount of Olives. We're very close to the old city. Some of the areas that are bringing us the material right now, there is a huge excavation that is going on the ancient stepped street. This was an ancient street that went from the Temple Mount all the way down to the Siloam Pool. That area is being excavated right now, right down to the street level.
Each day, about a truckload of material is brought to Emek Tzurim and yields coins, glass, vessels, and even mosaics. How exactly are we going to be sifting through piles and piles of debris?
Well, we have figured out a very efficient way of doing this.
Okay.
And I'll give you a demonstration here. The material that is out here on the floor waiting for us, any bucket will do, is from the step street. And I'm going to step to the back side. We've added water to the bucket, so we'll start to clean. We're going to take a bucket, dump it on the tray. Then we take the material that is on the tray, spread it out, and give it a good shower. One of the main things that we find in the material is pottery. But pottery is very useful because based on the way that it is shaped, the kind of decorations that it has on it, we can actually date the time period that this material came from. Here are some pieces of bone, and what was that little shiny thing you found?
This is something.
This is a beautiful piece of ancient glass, 2,000 years old. It is the top edge of a cup.
How do you know that?
I can see a nice smooth top edge around this way.
Wow.
And so it's probably from a cup or a bowl.
This one looks like it has some type of shape to it.
Yes. Right? This is the handle to a side of a pot.
And how far does that date back?
This is going to be from the Second Temple period. This material is from the year 70 and from a few years just before that. This is a piece of a cooking pot. I see this is the inside here. This is the outside of the cooking pot. And you see it still has soot on it, left over from 2,000 years ago.
That was really cool, right, Max? It's just
Yeah.
like taking a journey through history.
It's crazy to stand there, you can touch the stuff and be right where many of the stories of the Bible unfolded.
Exactly. And speaking of history, I know another place here in Israel called Makura Farm where they actually have ancient olive trees that also date back thousands of years.
Wow, that still make olives?
That still, yeah, they still bear fruit.
Amazing.
And he produces and grows his own olive trees and olive oil. So,
Sounds interesting. I'm sure we'll learn a lot about olives by the time we're done.
yeah.
Let's check it out.
When it comes to farming, Israel has brought the world some big innovations. But did you know that this tiny country is also the origin of one of the world's most important and ancient fruit, the olive?
Olives started in Israel 5,000 years ago. Italians can say they have good olive oil, but we started first.
Used as a symbol for peace, for anointing kings and many other rituals, olives have played a significant role in Israel for millennia. And to this day, it hasn't slowed down, with olive oil being among the key ingredients used in the Mediterranean kitchen, where it's prized for its rich and unique flavor. This is Guy. When he's not out trekking the Himalayas or the Alps, he's spending most days tending to his organic farm set amongst the picturesque Carmel Mountains.
What you see here is a harvest of table olives, which we will process tonight. Because our farm is organic and we don't use preservatives, they will stay for over 6 months in order to ripen up and become suitable for eating.
Makura Farm is 45 hectares in size, producing 20 tons of olive oil annually. Here you'll encounter 6 different varieties of olives coming from different parts of the world, including Israel's native olive known as tsuri.
It's originally from the north of Israel, but now it spreads all over the country. It produces table olives, excellent table olives, and excellent olive oil. It's a little bit sharp, the olive oil, but it has a lot of antioxidants. We have different tastes of oil for different clients. And
But the ones that they're harvesting today is native to
the tsuri.
Israel.
Yeah.
Each step in the growing process is fully organic, from the use of organic compost to the use of natural pesticides.
This is the compost that we use. It's a natural fertilizer that we use to fertilize the trees. And that's the only thing we give the trees. That's the only nutrition they get. Instead of using chemicals that deplete the soil, we use natural compost.
And these all-natural techniques are fitting when you consider that some of these trees here at Makura Farm date back to when organic was the only option. Some believe they date as far back to the Roman era.
It's amazing that trees that are more than 1,000 years, almost 2,000 years old, are still bearing fruits today. And we can just look at this tree and just imagine.
How much it's seen.
It's seen
over the years.
Romans, it's seen Muslims, it's seen British, it's seen the start of Zionism.
Olive trees are among the short list of tree species which can easily resist drought, diseases, and even wildfires.
The olive tree gave fruits to our ancestors, and it still gives. The same trees are giving us fruits today. And that's really the uniqueness of this tree, And that's why I so much respect it and I so much appreciate it.
The oil is extracted and cold-pressed in Makura's visitor center, where you can see all of the bottled olive oils and taste the different flavors.
Wow, it's a sharp taste,
Yeah,
like you said.
yeah. Full of antioxidants.
Yeah. Wow, you can really taste the olive. It's very rich in flavor.
And I'll give you another variety, which is called Kalamata. We grow it.
Besides for olives, Makura Farm has many vineyards and orchards of lychees, citrus fruits, and avocados, all grown 100% organic.
Now it's the start of the harvest of the Ettinger, which is the earliest variety. And I'll show you how avocado is being picked.
Okay.
And you have to choose the big ones. And because everything is green, you have to look really carefully.
Here.
And let's see if you find something. Well, this size is...
That's a big one.
Yeah, this size.
Wow.
And what you do, you just snap it like this.
You know, Natalie, we've been to a lot of hotels, especially around the big cities, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, big hotels, boutique hotels, but what about something that's a little bit off the beaten path?
Well, there's actually a new place that just opened up south of Tel Aviv, 20-minute drive. It's called Hotel Laer, and they have a really nice chef's restaurant.
Oh, well, I'm glad you said that because...
I know you're hungry.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we check it out?
Cool, sounds great. Let's do that.
The boutique hotel trend has been steadily growing in Israel, popping up in more and more cities. Today, we're going to visit the newest one to hit the streets outside of Israel Center that also offers one of the best fine dining experiences this town has to offer. In the city of Gadera, about 45 minutes south of Tel Aviv, sits the brand new boutique hotel Laer. This modern hotel adds some style and flair to the city with its chic interior design, plus a scenic and vibrant rooftop complete with an infinity pool. What's really interesting and unique about this hotel, I think, is that it has that Tel Aviv vibe, you know, with the music and the bar, but it's actually not in Tel Aviv at all. It's in a peaceful town south of the center, right? Tell me about Gadera.
It's a small city, Gadera, close to Rehovot, Ashdod. It's a very special place, like an old city. We have here a lot of nice streets, and we have the Laer Hotel.
Tal and her husband, Sachi, have always dreamed of opening up a hotel, and they've made their dream a reality, proudly launching their new boutique hotel, which also boasts a top-of-the-line restaurant.
It's a luxury experience hotel. We want every person who come here to have the sensory experience, the culinary side, the spa side, the view, the smell. We have a unique smell here, all the arts in the hotel.
The hotel consists of 28 rooms, with each room being different from the next.
So this is my favorite suite in the hotel.
Wow, I can see why. It's beautiful.
This is one of 2 rooms we have with a spa balcony. We have a private jacuzzi and a private sauna.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Yes.
I would love to stay here for the night.
Very romantic, very nice.
And look at the view. It feels like you're in the middle of a jungle. Something that really helps this place to stand out is the restaurant, which not only hosts hotel guests, but is also frequented by area residents. The goal was to bring culinary excellence outside of Israel Center and features a menu of upscale Mediterranean and Italian fusion cuisine.
I have a passion for traveling. I explore food all the time. I want to see the new stuff, the new food, the new plate, the new technique, and I learn for them. I come back to my restaurant and I do my dream. And we make a molecular in a little bit, we make a simple, we make traditional, we make everything and we put it on one plate.
The menu is very seasonal, taking advantage of whatever veggies are in season at the time. Asaf uses herbs and some veggies that are grown in the hotel's garden for a touch of the true farm-to-table experience.
And it's ready?
Yeah, of course.
I love dishes that have so much color and herbs. It's a beautiful summer dish.
This is the eggplant cream, black eggplant cream. We mix it with the skim. Okay, we take the eggplant, we burn it on the fire, and open fire, and with the skim we make the sauce. This is puff from burgul. Okay?
That adds like the crunch to the tartar.
Yeah. We burn it a little bit, the egg. This is one of my favorite the dish that we make here. It's like the Italian dish. It's a scallop, the first scallop. Okay, it's going inside the plancha. Now we're making the risotto with the cream cheese, with parmesan, and with the white almond. We have a carrot cream with saffron. We have a powder with the panko and a lot of zest of lemon. We put on top the scallop. We start with the risotto.
Ah, it's the best. I think we should head back to Tel Aviv now, Max. We had a long day, went to various places around the country, but nothing is like going back home. And I know another great place that serves really yummy Greek food, and it's right on the beach.
Wow, that sounds like a great way to end the day.
And it turns into a party at night, so that's also fun.
That all sounds like fun. Let's go check that out.
If you ask an Israeli their thoughts on Greek cuisine, chances are they'll say they absolutely love it. The fresh Mediterranean flavors are not only a delight to the local palate, but tend to be pretty healthy as well. Right across from Tel Aviv's famous promenade sits restaurant Yasu, where the party goes on all night.
All the concept of this restaurant is like a happy restaurant with Greek style. Very nice atmosphere. We have singers, we have Greek band, performing here almost every day.
The restaurant is designed in a Greek tavern style, with blue and white patterns and some handmade items brought from the market in Greece. Restaurant owner Aviv Moshe is renowned for his other elegant and rather impressive restaurants in Tel Aviv. Restaurant Mesa, where they serve nothing less than top-tier dishes in an exquisite atmosphere. And Restaurant Quattro, serving a fusion of Italian and Mediterranean cuisine in an upscale setting.
Aviv, what are you going to prepare for us today?
אוקיי, אנחנו נכין מנה של סופלקי, שזו מנה מאוד מאוד קלאסית של היוונים, ושם קצת אורגנו. פה יש לנו תערובת, סימן, מה יש לתערובת? סימן, נמצא איתנו פה סימן, שהוא השף של המסעדה. יש לסימן בידיים טאץ' מאלוהים.
Chef Simon is Aviv's right-hand man. Having worked with him previously at his other restaurants, Chef Aviv decided it was time for him to be the executive chef here at restaurant Yasu.
וזה היה ברור שזה האוכל שהוא הכי מחובר אליו, וזה היה פשוט מאוד. We have just one problem, just one. My football team is בית"ר ירושלים, it's the yellow. And this guy, it's the Apol, it's the red. This is... but everything is okay.
Cool.
So as you can see, there's a light and fun family kind of vibe among the staff here at the restaurant.
So who is the one who created the menu?
בואו, הייתי במיקונוס, אני חושב, מעל 25 פעמים. אני חושב שזה אחד המקומות הכי טובים. אני חושב שאלוהים בנה את המקום הזה בשבילו.
His love of Greece has brought him back time and time again, and his experiences there have inspired new and innovative Greek recipes.
פה אנחנו מניחים טחינה של חצילים שחורים על הבצק. השיפוט של הסופלקי, שמנו אותו על הפלנצ'ה, על הגריל והתנור.
Very similar to what Israelis love to eat. It's Mediterranean cuisine. It's colorful, it's fresh, it's healthy.
לפי דעתי הכל קשור בעניין של מזג האוויר. בגלל שאנחנו מדינות חמות, אותו מזג האוויר, אם זה יוון, אם זה טורקיה, אם זה כל המזרח התיכון, אנחנו על אותו בסיס של אוכל, והוא באמת אמור להיות הרבה יותר קליל, שמח, נגיש.
So first of all, everything here looks phenomenal.
Thank you.
Looks absolutely amazing. I don't even know where to start. There's so many great things on the table.
Here we have artichoke, roast artichoke with a fondue of blue cheese, a little bit nuts and dry tomato. This dish is sashimi in the interpretation of Greek cuisine with yogurt and tahina and a little bit dry lemon.
I see all of your dishes has not less than like 7 ingredients in it. A lot of things going on in each dish.
I tell you, I like the color, I like the texture, I like some surprise with the dish. If the dish is flat, so you know, you cannot smile.
Yeah.
You want to eat this and then something jumps to your mouth.
Israeli and Greek are very similar people. In the culture, they like to be happy, enjoy life, drinking, a lot of uzo, good food.
Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of Cruising Israel. We love that you stopped to tune in and watch with us.
Don't forget to catch us next time as we cruise the country and show you the best Israel has to offer.
Bye.